Hello.
How are you?
All right. How are you doing?
Good.
So have you filled out your application for the PTD?
What is that?
Did your attorney not speak to you about the pretrial diversion?
Yeah, I told him I didn't want to take any type of probation or anything due to my veteran status. And me and my parents have already, my mother actually wrote a letter to give to the court. My father already went down to the office to drop the charges. So I'm not understanding why I have to take a plea for this case.
Oh, you don't have to take a plea, but your attorney will speak to you about people dropping charges
Mhm.
because some cases, the complainant can say it, they don't want to go forward, but this is not the complainant's case. It's the state of Texas versus.
Right.
And the reason why it says the state of Texas versus, whenever you have alleged crimes that have been committed, the crime is against the state of Texas.
Okay.
So, Ms. Ferguson,
Yes, ma'am.
she doesn't want PTD. So give me a jury trial setting, please.
Here's where a lot of people get confused and the judge wastes no time clearing it up. When someone's charged with a crime, even if the victim says, "I want to drop the charges," it's not really their call. Why? Because the case is technically the state of Texas versus the defendant. In other words, the alleged harm isn't just personal, it's considered a crime against society. That's why prosecutors can push forward even when families or victims want to step back. Big question. For you, do you think this is fair? Should the state have that much control, or should victims have the final say?
So if I take it to trial, that means I get a longer sentence or something, right?
You'll have to speak to your attorney. What I can tell you about jury trials is what ends up happening is your attorney is present, the state is present. There's something called jury selection because this is a felony. 12 people will sit in the box.
Notice how carefully the judge lays this out. A felony jury trial means 12 strangers will sit in judgment, and the stakes? Up to 2 years in a state jail facility. Even though the burden is on the prosecution, it's not a gamble to take lightly. The defendant is worried about a harsher sentence, and she should be. A jury trial can swing either way. Sometimes it brings justice, but other times, it can backfire badly. This moment highlights the eternal courtroom dilemma. Do you roll the dice with a jury or take a deal and cut your losses?
And the state will present their case through witness testimony or whatever evidence they have. And then you and your attorney can present evidence if you choose to. You don't have to because the burden is on the state. And then the jury will deliberate after closing arguments, and they will make a decision on whether you're guilty or not guilty. If they say that you're guilty, this is a state jail felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility. And
here's where things take a dramatic turn. Miss Gardia appears remotely, claiming severe illness, saying simply, "I'm having a problem living." That's a powerful statement. It immediately raises questions of competency, fairness, and compassion in the justice system. Should someone who says they're too sick to even survive be forced into court the next day? The judge holds firm, requiring her presence unless there's solid medical proof. But let's pause here. What do you think? Should courts be more flexible when health is on the line, or is strict attendance necessary to keep the system moving?
depending, I don't know your case. All I know is the charges. So you may be eligible for probation from a jury. All right,
I'm
Ms.
already a felon. Is there any way we can postpone this, like reset my court date? Because I don't
She's
really
giving you-
talk to my
She's giving you a trial date now. What's the date?
February 12th.
All right, your jury trial date is going to be set for February 12th. Once you sign the reset form, you're excused, and you'll need to be here at 9 a.m. for jury trial.
Judge, I'm sending her the impact.
All right.
On that day. Just sending.
All right, so Ms. Shepherd, you'll be meeting an impact court instead of here for your jury trial.
Did you catch that? Miss Gardia just claimed she's the victim of DNA harvesting and identity theft, tied to shelters and organizations she names outright. This isn't your typical courtroom defense. It's a sweeping allegation of abduction, surveillance, and mental health misdiagnosis. The judge listens patiently, but stays grounded in procedure. She must still appear in person. This raises a deeper issue. When someone brings extraordinary claims into court, how much weight should they be given? Are they cries for help, symptoms of something else, or legitimate concerns ignored by the system? This
Yes,
is where
I can
law
hear
meets human complexity.
All right. Are you Miss Gardia?
Yes, I'm Miss.
All right. Is there a
Yeah.
reason you're not in court today?
I'm very ill.
All right. What is your issue?
I don't know how to pinpoint all of them, but I'm having a problem living.
Okay.
Living. My health is deteriorating.
All right. Miss Gardia,
Yes.
I'm going to need you to come to court tomorrow. Okay.
I can't make it there. I cannot.
All right. If you don't have a doctor's excuse or
I
something
don't have
from
to
your
go to
attorney
an
that
emergency
you're in the hospital,
Send
you're
me
going to
in
have to
them
come to
a
court.
mental hospital. This is to keep me what do you call it? Every time I do that, something bad happens to me.
Every
And,
time you come to court.
Now, this part might feel like a detour, but it's actually critical. The defense explains delays because their office lost power for weeks, locking files inside dead computers. And the judge? She uses this moment to deliver a passionate critique of over-reliance on digital systems like Odyssey. Her point is sharp. When tech fails, the entire justice system can grind to a halt. It's almost ironic. Justice delayed not because of law, but because of software. Here's my question for you. In a world run by digital records, are we making justice more efficient or more fragile?
no, every time I go to the hospital, I can't, or do I have to go to a doctor or go to the hospital? And then they'll send me to a mental hospital, and I'm in the hospital for a long time. And then I come home and my place is wrecked.
Okay.
Okay, now there's some stuff going on, and there is an exploitation going on, identity theft and DNA through DNA, harvesting DNA for identity theft purposes with Haven for Hope and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And I am a victim for almost 20 years. This is my issue, and I got abducted through them following me and falsely accusing me of this, what was going on. I am not a mental schizophrenic, paranoid, all the other things that they're saying. That's how they did it
All
through
right.
the internet.
So,
This is my situation.
all right.
So
I
I
understand.
don't, if I do that, this whole thing is going to go, and I am going to have a heart attack because I'm not well.
All right. I understand, Miss Gardia, but I'm going to need you to come to court tomorrow. And then what will happen when you show up to court tomorrow? Your attorney will be here and your attorney will speak to you, because I need you to come in so that your attorney can speak to you in court and so that your attorney can review your case in court. All right. Is there anything else? All right. Thank you, Miss Gardia. And thank you to the person who helped her Zoom in. Hello.
Morning.
All right. So today is your plea deadline date.
Judge, I spoke to the state. Today is the first day we have power back in our building. We've been without power for like 3 weeks. So we're a little behind on trying to get some things, just opening files and whatnot, because they were saved unfortunately on the computers.
See, this is what I tell people. And this is why people need to watch documentaries. This is why people need to watch movies that are disaster movies. Everybody wants to put things on computers. And I always say, it's great to put it on there. It's great to have backup, but you still need the paper. What happens if system goes down? And I've been the canary in the coal mine here as well. I've been telling people what happens, because they're putting everything online. what happens if this system fails? And it appears that it may fail because how long have we been waiting for Odyssey to go live? Has this been like 20 years or something? There was a rumor of this when I first started practicing. So it's been over 20 years. And then other places, they said they don't like Odyssey. But we're supposed to go live with Odyssey at the beginning of the year. When is it coming live now, Norma? May. And actually, I think it was supposed to be,
February.
That's
yes.
what I was about to say is February, because I saw that.
Oh,
last
so
email.
it's May. And actually, it was supposed to be before February, and then they kept pushing it back. So now we're in May. And here's my prediction. I predict that it's not going to be live in May. That's just me. Jim Weed, are you with me on that?
That recommend texture highly. If you talk to somebody, we can get that program installed. It wouldn't cost too much, so we can talk about that.
There we go. Texture. That's what it's called.
Texture.
Tech share.
Text share. All right, text share, people. Text share.
Travis County uses it. There's a bunch of counties.
And to me, they're doing all of this training for Odyssey. And if a program is so good, it should be similar to a cell phone. You should just be able to turn it on and figure things out. All right, so
Judge, what I'd like, and I think the state is okay with it, 2 weeks from today, I think is the 8th. Just let me catch up on a couple of things because I have some things I want to present before we make our decision. We do have a tweak to the offer, which may help, but if you could give us to the 8th, that should work.
all right, Norma, can you recall this for the 8th?